board. It is Sunday, March 22nd, 2020. It's my granddaughter's 7th birthday. Normally we go for lunch and birthday shopping, but today we will shop on Amazon or a local store from the comfort of our own homes. And yeah, if everybody could mute, unless you have a question that we can then get to. So we're certainly in different times right now, and the focus of this call is to look at your send out cards account. And hopefully you brought some questions for me in regards to what you're currently doing, and then let's do some math around what makes sense for you. Show of hands. Do I have anybody here that are still on the point system? Diane, just Bonnie, using up your points. And so that goes back a couple years. We've been about 2 years off the point system, but a lot of people still have points they're using up. And so we're gonna have that conversation. So who has a question that wants to go first and ask away?
I had a question from somebody, and I thought I knew the right answer. I just wanted to make sure. I confirmed it with you. I've been telling people, if you're on the $97 plan, and kind of assumed some people are left over on the 147, but new people won't know what that is. The question was, if I'm on the card today and I have free cards, will it let them send a free card and just charge me the postage? And the answer is no. You have to be on the unlimited plan or the original $147 plan if you're grandfathered in. So it's a good reason to upgrade if you're
so we're talking for affiliates, right, Chip?
Yes.
So if I send my link to somebody as an affiliate,
correct,
sendoutcards.com/ my username or my ID number, then can they send a card? And I actually had my friend Kim Schmidt ask me that question. I said, would you please reach out to customer support and get the answer for sure? And she did. She reported back. She says, no, only on the 97, or as Chip said, the grandfathered in 147 plans. When you send your link to somebody, they can actually send a free card. Now they're going to see there's a charge, but once they get to the checkout, it'll be a free card for them. So just know that if you're sharing send out cards with others and you're on the 97, that's a benefit that you have. So think about if you shared it 20 times with people, that's 20 more cards that are going to go out.
And also, one more thing, not only can they send a card, but all of their people can send cards and they can pass it on to them, as many times as one. So it could really get, huge numbers. I shared it with somebody and on my Facebook page, making that suggestion, and a friend from France whose grandmother is, I think she's 96 and she's in a care home. He said, oh, I'm going to send Granny a card. I was like, perfect, So let them know it's worldwide, so good to know.
Yes, and you say that worldwide. It can get expensive postage in other countries. So think about that, a free card along with free postage, and they're sitting in France and they're sending a card to Granny in a France senior living home, and that's not gonna cost them. So a great way for us to spread good cheer right now in our community. The community meaning the world, really, actually. So I know, Diane, you had some questions around, what would be the best program coming off of points. Is that correct?
Yes, I just used up all my points. I had a lot. But as a real estate agent, I have got a way to send multiple cards out to prospects that want to list their homes. And my question is, it's kind of confusing. They say the $97 is one a day, but is that true? Can you do it to the masses?
The 97 is unlimited heartfelt. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go, because this is where you find that information. So let me switch over here to send out cards. and we'll go to pricing. All right, I'm gonna hide y'all so I don't see it, so because I need to see my screen. So if you choose the $97 a month plan, it's unlimited heartfelt single card sends, including postage. That's what Chip was just talking about. He's on the 97 or 147 Chip. I'm not sure what it is, but it allows you to do that. So let's go down here. 2 ways to send. The heartfelt card. This is defined as a card with a unique heartfelt message and an immediate send date. So the immediate send date's important too, because you might send a birthday card to somebody that you are doing a heartfelt birthday card, but if you choose birth date, that's going to recognize that card as a system card because it has a future send date. So to get around that, I just talked with Anthony yesterday. I said, just look 2 weeks out ahead and go in and create your birthday cards and send them as an immediate send date. And that falls into the category of a heartfelt card. Now, Diane, you mentioned this, you know, the system card is a single card to multiple recipients, or it's a scheduled card to 1 or more recipients, or a multiple touch campaign. So when we go back up here and we look at the unlimited, and so clarify for me the type of card send you want to do, and let's talk about the math around that.
The last one I did, I had a picture of a house that I put on the front of it that says I'm a home match. What did it say?
A matchmaker, a home matchmaker, something like that.
Yes. And then I put it on the inside. I put a little thing. This was before the virus, because right now nobody wants to show their home. Nobody wants to go looking at homes. And I understand that. So I'm trying to think of another card that I can send out. I did send my brother the one that said we're social distance. I can't say that word. But I got to think of another card to send out, not only to my sphere or my past clients, but I would like to, when this economy comes back, and I know it will, I want to be first in mind when they want to list their home.
So do you have your sphere of influence already categorized in your send out cards in a group?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. So
Yeah.
when you send a, let's say you're gonna send a campaign card, do you just go to your contact manager and select the certain addresses that you want that card to go to?
I do, because I've got like my clients from different years in different groups.
Okay.
And I've got like the neighborhood that I'm farming in another group that I can send cards out to. And I really think this, I have come to find out that the send out cards work so much better, because when I'm paying for a postcard, it gets thrown in the trash. A send out card looks like somebody got a birthday card or something. They're opening it, they're reading it, and they're wowed over it. It's got the wow factor. So I really love using this instead of putting my money toward postcards.
So how many heartfelt cards, those single send cards, are you sending?
The last one I did, I think it sent out over 100, because I was trying to use up my points.
Okay, but that was a group send, or
Yep.
that was one card to all those people, correct?
Yes.
So are you utilizing send out cards to send cards to individuals on a daily basis?
I have, yes.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking this question, I recently helped a real estate team get started, and all they really wanted to utilize send out cards for was the after sale campaigns. So the 5 touch campaigns that are after sale. So they weren't really interested in sending the heartfelt cards, and they would have occasion to do that. So for them, the most economical was the enhanced. and then adding the system package for $395. And the reason why is because the system package will bring down the cost of the cards from $2.25, $2, or $1.75 based on what account you are on, to $1.31 plus the cost of the stamp. So it was a significant savings for them, and the math worked to be on the enhanced and have the system package. It will serve their needs over the course of the year. So a real estate agent or a business owner that is going to be sending to farm areas and maybe to past clients, maybe just 3 to 4 times a year, utilizing the campaign feature is probably going to be best served to be on the enhanced, and then just paying for the cards as you need them. If you're sending maybe 2 or 3 cards a month, or 10 cards a month, versus being on the 37 or the 97. Now, there's a great way to combine this, and Chip made a valid point. If you're utilizing send out cards as a business, as an affiliate, and how many, like, I'm going to stop the share because I want to be able to see everybody that's on here right now. How many of you are also affiliates with send out cards? Raise your hand, please. So Bonnie, you're not? Patty, are you? Bonnie, you are, aren't you? So if you're not, then I want you to consider this right now, because for this next week till the 30th, Send Out Cards is waiving that $59 annual affiliate fee. So if you think that you're going to, you're going to continue to use Send Out Cards, and then you're going to, you want to share it with others. If you're a user, chances are you're going to have the opportunity to share this with other people, especially now that we're all in isolation and we're all from our own homes and we're looking at different ways to connect with people. We have this system. So please consider, upgrading your account. Just try it for a year. It's not going to cost you anything. If you don't want to be an affiliate after a year, you don't have to be an affiliate, but it's an opportunity right now for you to give that a try and to be able to share Send Out Cards with others. So basically, if I'm on the, let's say I'm on the 97, I'm actually on the 147, I'm grandfathered in, I'm not going to give that up right now, but let's just use 97 as the example. And you have 4 other people that you introduce Send Out Cards to. Send Out Cards is paying you 20% retail, so basically your account is for free. They'll send you, you're spending 97, but they'll send you a check for 97 as those people renew. So it's just something to think about as you're going about your daily business and you're sending cards anyway. So Diane, back to your scenario, do you think that based on these strategies of what's available with Send Out Cards, where do you see yourself? What plan might you see yourself using? I'm going to tell you right now, based on what you told me, you're going to need to purchase the system package, because that's going to save you money on sending. You'd rather spend $1.31 on cards versus any of these other higher price programs. So what do you see as what might work for you?
So the $395 at the bottom, let's go back down. $395, that's a one-time yearly fee, right?
That's correct.
And
you're buying in bulk. You're buying 300 system sends for $395, which basically calculated out is $1.31 per card. But that's what you're purchasing, and once you run out of the 300, every card you send after that for the remainder of your year. So you start today, you have till March 22nd, 2021 to be able to send cards at $1.31. And another bonus you have with the system package is you get the campaign store. So you can download the campaigns in there, which are normally the real estate ones anywhere from $85 to $130 for I always say close your eyes because I'm going to scroll through here really fast to get down to real estate. So let's just say we're looking at $85 or $135 for the real estate campaign. When you go to buy it, it's going to zero out because you have the system package in place. So you get to have the option of utilizing the campaign features, the campaigns that Send Out Cards is created, and you can add them to your account. And just really all you got to do is go in and edit them to make them your own. So
I didn't even know you had that. That's awesome.
yeah, so there's several here. I'll show you the campaign I have set up in my account.
I love the word search. I sent that one.
So this is an example of the buyer. So if I open this up, I have 5 cards that are scheduled to go out over the course of a year, and you can see that this card that goes out immediately, this is reserved for the buyer. Then there's the pre-designed template. So this goes out with a 4-pack of brownies. The 3-month check-in goes out with a $25 Amazon gift card. The home anniversary card goes out with a 2-pack of brownies, and then there's 2 other cards that go out over the course of the year. So being able to, these are the 2 cards right here that were in a campaign in Send Out Cards in the campaign store. I created these other 3 to go along with the campaign to make it my own campaign. So there's value also in that $3.95 by being able to access that campaign store.
That's awesome. I really like that.
Gail, if you don't mind me jumping in, I have a spreadsheet that I was comparing the different plans for both US and Canada. I had not included the enhanced. Anyway, I can basically on the spreadsheet, I have 10 cards, 20 cards, 30 cards, and 60 cards. These are more for heartfelt, just showing people where the turning point is. Thinking if you're sending, for example, unless my math is off, if you're sending more than 8 cards and you're on a free account, you should be on the enhanced because you're going to save money. And then once you get, beyond that, go to the card a day, and from card a day to unlimited, it's 47 cards. So I'll share this with you, and you can send it out to people.
Okay.
I'll just make sure. Like I said, I had ignored the smaller number, but so many people start with a free account that I thought it was important to add those in, and we'll double check to make sure my math is correct.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thanks, Chip, because people, this is the important part. This is why we're here talking about this today. It's doing the math around what makes sense for you. If you're not going to be sending 47 cards in a month, then you should be on the card a day because you're gonna save money. If you're sending more than, if you're on the card a day and you're sending more cards, then that's are you holding yourself back because you're on the card a day when you have the ability? Because when you're on the unlimited, think about this. How many of us scroll through Facebook every day? We see what's happening with people in their lives, and you have the ability to pause, send them a card. I don't have to think about it this is fact. My friend Priyanka, she's a realtor in the Woodlands in Texas, and she runs a care home for seniors. And I saw a post out there that she put out with pictures of her seniors having funny things. Like, I sent 2 big cards. I didn't have to think in my mind, okay, how much is this going to cost me? Is this going to cost me $5.50 to send this card? And is it worth it? Like, I don't have to think about that anymore. I just go, okay, yep, a big card is going to upcharge me $1.50, but the postage is free. And I sent 2 of them, one with pictures of my family, one with pictures of their family, right? So, when you get in that mindset with the unlimited, it allows you to expand your thought pattern of who needs to hear from me, because you don't have to, you've set your budget on your card sending, and it allows you to reach more people with that set budget. Anybody else? So Diane, let's complete what you are thinking about then, because you realize that the system package is probably a good idea, but with your sending habits right now, do you see yourself with the enhanced, the card a day, or the unlimited?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which did it's the $97 plan. I'm moving you around.
I know our pictures kind of get in the way sometimes.
The $97 plan is the one that does not charge you postage. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it'll still charge you postage if you're sending the group sends or the system sends. If you're sending those cards that fall under the definition of a system card, you will be paying postage.
Okay.
Okay.
And does any of these cards, I mean, I hear system cards, I hear heartfelt and everything. Does any of them block you from putting a picture on it?
No, you can put a picture on everyone. And as a matter of fact, what I learned recently, if you do the build your own or the photo drop cards, it's $1 extra. But if you pick from the catalog and you can still put a picture on the inside, it's not $1 upcharge on the basic.
Okay. I really I'm big about putting like a Facebook picture on the front and then putting the date on the back so that they can cut it and frame it. And I tell them on the inside that, you know, this is a 5x7, perfect for a beautiful frame or something like that after I've said whatever I've said to them. So I really like that. And it comes, I mean, I sent it to myself first just to see what it looked like. And it's such a pretty picture. So I think with what I'm doing now, I mean, I always have good intentions. I even have I write down everything, and I have a note page. Every time I get an email, every day I put the person's birthday on there with good intentions of sending them a card, and I should just go on there, hop on there and do it real quick. But that being said, I'm not great at doing that. So I am more apt to do the mass. So I'm thinking the enhanced plus the $395 would be best for me. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a great place to start. If that's what you're currently doing right now, then it'll continue to help you stay with what you're doing right now. And we'll make sure you get Chip's chart so that you can calculate out, okay, and if you do change your habits to where you want to send, that you are starting to be intentional about getting those cards out based on your list, then you'll know what your break even is to jump up to the next level.
Okay.
Gail, if you don't mind me jumping in, what I do so I don't miss birthdays, on the 15th of the month, I go into my relationship manager and I do a search for everybody who has a birthday from April 1st to April 30th, which is our current month. And then I select all those names and I go to my campaigns and I have a birthday 2020 campaign card. I shouldn't tell Gail this because her birthday's coming up.
Yay!
I'll have to make sure I make a very special card just for you, Gail. But so I send out my birthday card, which I created myself as a campaign, and usually it's 60 to 75 people a month that get that card. So, no way would I sit down and be able to do, 2 a day or whatever. It just wouldn't happen. So I have the system package. So I'm charged $1.31 plus postage for a card, so it's about $2. But at least I know they're all out and they'll be delivered as close to their birthday as possible.
So I'm going to show everybody what Chip's talking about. So when you click in the search bar and then you click birthdays, so I'm going to say April 1st through April 15th, and I'm going to click submit. So this is what Chip's talking about. I have 78 birthdays in in that 15-day period of time. So now I can select all. I can go over here to campaigns. I can go in here and just type in birthday. I can click submit, and it's going to bring everybody up along with that card, and I'll show you. This is the card. This is the inside, and then it just says, go ahead and dance the night away, wishing you a whole year filled with moments to dance to, Steve and Gail. First name, so that puts their first name in there, and then create a little fun something on the back that's a little more festive and not just all salesy with real estate. So I could click send, ready to send, and I could send all those cards right now. Yes, Mr. Chip.
Go back one slide. First name was not underlined. Is that a problem?
That's only because it's in this preview.
Okay.
You're seeing that. So if I go to my campaigns, we'll go check to make sure. But that's an important feature. So here's the here's the campaign. So I think I have to go into edit it.
You have to edit it, yeah.
Yeah. Edit. Then you can see it's underlined. So we're good.
Perfect.
If it's not underlined, like Chip says, guess what? All your cards are going to go out and it's going to say first name. So in order to do that, since I'm in the card right now, I'll just backspace. To add first name, we just go down here to first name. And then as it's underlined, it's going to pull that from the contact manager. So thanks for bringing that up, Chip.
Gail, I have another contribution for helping with, like what you said, Diane, about intentions. Like I have the intentions of doing that. What I found for myself and with other people that I recommend this to is using the app. So a lot of people are maybe not using the app to its fullest. And it really helps to act on that spontaneity with the app. Okay, we're a little bit different right now, but usually we're waiting in line somewhere, or we're in a doctor's office or some kind of a place, and we have our phone. And I believe, Gail, everything you showed today, we can do from the app.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, really increases that spontaneity, because we're waiting in line, we're scrolling through, we see stuff. You can grab that picture, put it on a card, or a pre-made campaign card also, or not. Either way, it's connected to your the CRM for your addresses. Everything's connected, and bing, bang, boom. In a minute, it's out. So that really has helped me, and it's helped a lot of other people that I maybe help to get in that, or I hope to help to get in that habit, or when they say that, their intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the app, and honestly, that's the only way I've ever used it is on the app. And I am bad about when I get on the computer, I kind of get lost. It's like, all right, this is a little different than the app. But one thing I have got a question about, when you're using your app on your phone, is there a way to embed your picture on the back? Because when I send a card from my app, I can't figure out how to put a picture on the back.
As you scroll through, when you get to the back of the card, you have the same options with the little window to choose what you already have created. So I have several custom backs created in my account already. So it gives me the option to choose what I want, but I can also take any of the pre-designed templates that I have, and I can switch out the pictures.
Just found it.
Okay, good. Good.
Gail, do you mind if I share a little story with you about using the unlimited plan? Somebody was saying about, using in their real estate business. And what we're doing is we're creating relationship. before the business. You know, we do the relationship, the business will come. As you know, I go to this pizza place and I've gotten lots of referrals from them and hang out with my laptop when we are allowed to. And my pizza friend, his sister died about a year ago, in November, and I sent a sympathy card with pictures of her and, you know, a very personal card. And so he told me, he said, you know, my father took that card with him back to Italy because he liked it so much. And he said, you don't understand, that man doesn't keep anything, you know, but he was really touched. Well, Papa, I call him, is back visiting. He came back before Christmas from Italy to Toronto. Unfortunately, he stayed because we all know what's happening in Italy. And so I was there one day and he was showing me pictures of him and his wife who had died a few years ago. And because he saw my card on the counter at the restaurant and he said, you made this card, in kind of broken English. I said, yeah, how do you do that? Let me show you. So he had a picture of his wife who had died. I made a card and sent it. And then we did another one. And he said, well, I want to pay you. I said, no. I tried to explain it was free. He didn't understand how it could be free. But then when the cards came about a week ago or so, I was there and he said, the cards came beautiful. And these are just cards he's going to keep as mementos for himself. So then he showed me another picture. It was actually the last picture taken of his wife before she died. She was still working in the restaurant. She didn't look that bad, you know, but so I said to him, do you want this as a regular size card or a big card? And his eyes lit up. I can do a big card? So he said, sure. So, you know, it's relationship. I get lots of referrals through his sons, you know, but it's not what it's about. You know, it's just about brightening somebody's day and bringing him joy. And, you know, he really, you know, appreciated that. So that's kind of what we're doing. The rest follows.
Right.
I have 2 voicemails on my phone that I refuse to delete from people who have received the cards, and I mean, they'll bring tears to your eyes.
So,
So
Diane, do you think that those 2 voicemails would inspire you
Oh
to
yeah.
do a little bit more, like be a little more intentional about those heartfelt cards that, you know, and not putting it off?
Right. And I do. Those, one was when a grandchild was born. It was Easter a couple of years ago, and she was holding her grandchild all dressed up. And the other one was my cousin's daughter getting ready to go to her first prom or some kind of event at school, and they're still on their fireplace mantle. I mean, yes, that I do promptings better than I do birthdays. Does that make sense?
So, okay, so you saw that I have 78 birthdays the first 15 days. I kind of stopped doing birthday cards just because I don't know. I send an average of 5 cards every single day that are those prompting cards. I think that we get stuck in our own mind about how we're using our time, our energy, our finances. And for me, I was just like, I don't want to feel like I have to send birthday cards because that's what we do. And maybe I'm just different. Like I take my grandchildren shopping on their birthdays because I don't want to just go buy them stuff that I don't know if they're going to want to use. I want to spend the time together. So I'm figuring out ways. We should all, every single one of us on this call today, listening to this recording, learn to act on our promptings. Those are the most important cards that we can send. And, you know, the more you act on your promptings, the more the promptings will come. And so that's where the unlimited option plays such an important role in our life, in our society, in our world, is because imagine there's 13 of us right now on this call. If we all sent 5 cards today, who's good at math, how many would that be, right? And then tomorrow we all sent 5 more, and we multiplied 5 times 300 days in a year. How many people are we going to touch? And these are the prompting cards. Yes, the birthday cards are important. The holiday cards are important. in business, being visible is important. Our visibility stands out. Our visibility right now on social media, how are we interacting with people? Sue just messaged me this morning, and she's taking an elderly lady to the pharmacy to get her prescription because she can't get out, nobody else is there. And so, like, the things that we're doing right now are the things that are going to get us top of mind as we see people that are doing kind things for others. Catch them being good, send them a card. Hey, I really like how, if you see people being positive on social media, pause and message them and send them a card and say, thank you for your positivity that you're putting out there during this time. Those are the type of things that I think that if we continue to do that, like you said, Diane, you want people to like remember you when this is past and real estate starts to pick up. Steve and I have chosen not to be out listing homes, showing homes right now. We're choosing to remain in home just for our safety and for the safety of our clients. And it doesn't mean we can't do business. It doesn't mean we can't connect with people. That's why the word search card went out, right? So we can have fun and show up in the mailbox and bring a smile to their face. But also to do those heartfelt cards that make a difference. So I'm not telling you what you should choose that in your heart. If you got to start out with the enhanced right now and do the system package, that's where you need to start right now and just start building that up so you can communicate. But I challenge you to do those heartfelt cards so you can get more and more people responding via voicemail, via a text message, a Facebook post. Look what my friend Diane did for me, during this time, and for all of us.
I've got the same screen up so that I can scroll. So you're talking about, okay, the enhanced at $17 a month is $225 a card. And you can put pictures on that versus the card a day is $2 a card. Well, oh.
So the card a day allows you to send 30 heartfelt cards a month, plus the cost of postage. So it's about $46 in the US.
It's about $1.23 a card. So if you're paying $2 a card or $2.25 a card, you're saving, quite a bit of money already.
Okay. And I know they call it a card a day, but it's 30 cards. It's not, you're not limited to one a day.
Yes, 30 cards in the course of a month.
I gotcha.
And
Yeah.
if you go over that, then it's $2 per card, anything over 30 cards.
Can I just remind you that there is no contract? So if someone goes on the $97, that's what I think people should do. Go on the $97 just for now, while you're stuck at home, while you're stuck on the computer, while you're looking at Facebook, send pictures to people, send cards. And then if you don't want to keep staying on the 95, you can go down to the 17, on the 97, but have fun with the 97 now, because everybody really needs that. And there's no contract. So if you want to send those heartfelts and get some responses and be remembered, I would recommend that for 1 month just to get started. Just an idea.
Good idea, Janet.
On the 225 enhanced times 30 is $67.50. So how do we, and Chip, you may have your chart in front of you.
I do.
For the $97 unlimited, describe to me in those numbers.
Okay, I'll quickly go through just the summary of it. If you're going to send 8 cards, whether you're on the free or the enhanced, you really should go up to the card a day, because 8 cards will cost you $41.40 with postage. And the enhanced, you're like $41.65, so you'll be saving a quarter. So 8 cards isn't very many. Do the card a day. If you're on the card a day, stay on it until you're sending 47 heartfelt cards. When you hit 47 heartfelt cards, it's cheaper if you're on the $97 plan. So that's they're easy numbers to remember. You know, but like Janet said, go on the 97, do it for a month. People are home, people are posting things on Facebook. A year from now, when they find your card that they'd saved and say, oh, that was during that Corona stuff that was happening, you know, because it'll be a unique card, you know, something personal. So that's what so I always tell my real estate people, if you're serious about your business, you need to be on the card today or the 97, period. If you're going to send group sends, get the 395 because you're going to send 30, you save either 35% or 25%. Like if you go to a grocery store and you say, this is 25% off, wouldn't you be inclined to say, oh, I might need that? Like that's a good buy, right? So if you're on the system send, you're going to, and the 97, you're going to save 25% every time you send a group send. Well, that adds up. I sent 500 New Year's cards and I think I calculated it was over $200 that I saved just on that one mailing. So again, that discount lasts for a year. So I hope that helps, Diane.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could I just add one thing into what Chip said in case somebody watches that's not on here on a replay? For if we're still talking about businesses, for businesses that are not local, like realty is. So there's a lot of people in business that have global clients. So then when you think of that, the postage, Chip, you know, you're going to move up a lot faster when you see that postage change really quickly.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm in Canada. I bought 100 stamps the other day to mail out my newsletter. And it cost me $103 just for the postage. So if I send out 100 heartfelt cards, it costs me $97 including, but like they're paying me. The cards are free and you know, I'm saving money. It's like, okay, you know, and 100 cards might sound like a lot, but if you do 3 cards a day, you're there, right? Block off a half an hour at the beginning of your day and say, okay, I'm going to send 3 or 4 cards and then I'll get on my day, you know, and we're home now anyway. So what else we have to do?
Hey, don't say that to my husband. He says, I need your help. I go, I'm on a webinar today. But Bonnie, you had a question or a comment? Hang on. Unmute yourself. Uh-oh. She took herself out. Oh, there she is. I'm going to unmute you. No, I can't. There's your video.
Unmute.
There
Okay,
you go.
hi. So
Hi,
sorry.
Bonnie.
Hi there. First off, thanks to everybody who's still sending out the cards, who's still showing up at send out cards and getting these in the mail to us at this time. So somebody's showing up to work, so that's good. But I have a question because I'm still on the old plan, the 147 plan. The reason I do it has nothing to do with the points or anything like that. I like the 100 cards, the 100 sends I could send. So, and I do take advantage of sending out 100 cards to a farm area each and every month. So basically, I've got those 100 cards and all I'm doing is paying for postage. So as opposed to paying the $97 a month on the new plan, am I missing something?
No, I would say if you're using that, stay. You're grandfathered in. Stay with it. I'm on the 147. I get the unlimited heartfelt. I get the 100 groups or system sends each month. So I'm gonna stay there. You might if you're going over the 100 cards and you need the system or the system package, then I would suggest using the system package. But Bonnie, you're fine where you're at. And if you're using those 100 system sends each month, then just stay right where you're at.
Yeah, and I do a lot of the heartfelt cards. I am that person who spends time doing the birthday cards. But what I do, in addition to sending a birthday card to a friend, is I will send a birthday card to my friend's parent too. So say it's my friend Diana's birthday, then I'll find something from Diana's Facebook page and I'll send it to her mom saying, you know what, do you know what an incredible daughter you raised? So a lot of my friends really appreciate me doing that because their parents are 80, 90. And so I do send out 2 birthday cards almost well, not almost, but if I know their parents are still alive.
Mhm.
So
That's
that's why
awesome.
I like-
What a great idea, Bonnie.
I love
Well,
that idea.
Yeah, they really appreciate it. And every Friday, I have 16 godchildren. So every Friday, I send out cards to kids. So everybody knows that Aunt Bobo is going to send them a card. You know,
Careful, you're going to end up with 26 godchildren.
that's quite all right. They have room. Okay, well, but as far as the 147, I keep doing the math. So that's why I appreciate you doing this today, because I kept thinking it made sense. But I wanted to make sure I wasn't overlooking anything obvious.
Yeah,
So,
no, you're
okay.
you're good.
If you don't mind me jumping in, if you do the math, the difference between 97 and 147 is $50. So those
Right.
100 cards are costing you 50 cents a card. The cheapest alternative is $1.23 on the system. So you're saving quite a bit of money being on that grandfathered in enterprise.
Okay.
So you're good. I'm on the same plan. I won't ever give it up.
Right. I don't want to.
Because,
Okay.
it's 50 cents a card.
Okay. Thank you. I'll mute myself.
Okay, Patricia, then Linda.
I just have a quick question. I'm on the 37 card a day. I'm not up to 47 cards yet. Maybe now. It could be. We're all stuck in, and I love the word search and all the new cards. So you never know. But my question is about the system sense. So like I think Diane, I want to use it as a farm also, not now, but down, like in a month. I decided I just want to farm my neighborhood. I'm still confused, and I know, Gail, we went over it, and I'm just still confused. So my neighborhood is probably over 300. So does that mean, so it's one time 300? Is that it? I want to do
Okay.
it once a month to my neighborhood. Send
wanna-
out.
So you want to do 300 cards once a month?
Right.
So once you purchase the system package, it's $3.95. It comes with 300 cards.
Right. So I can
So-
only use it one time then, right?
Nope. The next month it's going to cost you $1.31 per card. So let's calculate the math. $1.31 plus 55 cents, which is the postage, right?
Okay.
It's $1.86 a card equals times 300. So it would cost you $558 each month to farm an area. I want to ask you if that's the best use of your resources, because if you did that every month, that's a lot of money that you're spending over a year's period of time farming a particular area. So I mean,
That's a lot of money. I didn't put that money together. That's a lot of money.
so that's why we're doing that. So maybe what you could do, just a suggestion, break up your neighborhood into every other month or every quarter, 100 people gets a card from you. So 3 times a year they would receive a card from you versus 12 times a year.
And that might make more sense.
And this is Sue, just to add into that, they always say that, when we send something out to our database, it's always good to follow up with a phone call. And it gives us something to talk about. So we could say, I'm just checking in. I wanted to make sure you got my card okay. And, just wanted to see if there was anything I can help you with. It gives a reason to also maybe that next month pick up the phone and follow up with a conversation that starts with a card,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the thing with farming is you don't really know those 300 people in that neighborhood. You could practice maybe going out if you really want to farm and start to build the relationships with people in your neighborhood. Take that 100, send it to those 100 homes, and that month those are the homes you just go out and knock on the door and introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Patty, and I just want to know if you got the card I sent, and just let you know, hey, I live just down the road from you, and if there's ever any information you need regarding real estate locally, feel free to give me a call. And you might knock on 10 doors that actually answer and you have the conversation, but guess what? Conversations lead to opportunities. So, Sue, I appreciate you sharing that. It's always good, relationship-wise, to have people know who we are. Now, we're not going to go door knocking right now with the coronavirus at its height, but in the future, when things get well and people are out, it might be a way to connect and communicate with people.
And, there is a service out there that is really good if you're going to be serious about farming. Farming is what really got my business in the early years going strong, because when they started to put a face with what they were getting in the mail and, doing different things. But what I was going to say is there's a service out there that you can actually use, and they'll give you like a 30-day free trial. And you pick like your neighborhood that you're going to farm, and you want the list of people that live in that neighborhood, and they can actually give you the phone numbers. Some of them can give you the email addresses. It's amazing now with technology what they can find out about people.
And what's that service?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and it skipped my. I've used it, and I can't think of it right this minute. Maybe somebody.
Is it Cole?
Pardon? Yeah.
Cole Realty Resource. Yeah.
You got it. Thank you. Because there's a couple of different ones, and but Cole is really good, and I belong with a group called Your Coaching Matters with Donna Stout, and if you're in their group, they give you a discount too to use that you can use for that service. Just to let you know, they've got a great plan right now that's $49 a month, and you get a coaching call, you get answers to questions. I mean, it's really good, and it's you can spend a lot of money on coaching, and I feel like Gail's my coach for life, but I reach out to others too. But I've learned so much about real estate and send out cards. I mean, I just have taken and made a goal through this virus thing to call 10 customers a day. And Saturday, I just got my soul felt so good. My heart felt so good, because people were so surprised that I was calling them, because we're in a national problem right now. And I can't tell you how good it made me feel, and because they really felt appreciated. And I go, why didn't I do this years ago? I'm always afraid to pick up the phone sometimes, they always say,
hasn't all the coaches told you that for the last 40 years? I know mine have.
Yes, you got it. And right now gives you kind of a common reason to pick up the phone and call, because we're all needing relationship. We're all needing love and kindness right now,
And we're not asking for anything, right? I think that's where the fear of picking up the phone comes from, is because, oh gosh, I'm going to have to ask for a referral, or I'm going to have to ask for something. But right now, it is literally our hearts reaching out to other hearts to say, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Because we all should be in our homes, staying in our homes, allowing this thing to flatline and go out. One more comment in regards to farming, Patty. So you can get with your title company. If you're a title state, we're a title state here in Michigan, and our title companies can pull who's most likely to be making a move in the next, 6 months to 2 years.
Check that out. Again, it's something it's something that I'm thinking, and using send out cards, because Sue, I agree with you. I've tried other coaches. I love Gail. She's just she's amazing.
The real world of real estate. I mean, she practices it, she teaches it,
and her heart's there. So So
Gail, I have to say, Gail is what I want to be when I grow up. However, I'm older than she is, so I'm lagging.
Are you sure about that? I have a big birthday coming up in a couple weeks.
Yes,
I'm older than Gail too, but I always say the same thing, Kathy, that I aspire to be her, but I'm older also. So thank you for all you do, Gail.
Oh, you're welcome, ladies. And Chip, you know, Chip's been a part of our life for the last few years. And, you know, when it just comes down to us giving of our hearts, our minds to others, being a product of the product. The reason why you want to be like me is because I'm just a product of the product. I've just done this consistently over the last 13 years, which has given us results. And it's the results of what you see is what you want. And all you got to do is just do what I do. You know, send those heartfelt cards each and every day. Stay in touch with people, remain visible, get out there and really love and care on people. I love and care on all of you. I appreciate every one of you that took time to be on this call today to talk about, you know, what's the best way for me to use send out cards. Does anybody else have questions about your current account right now? And Beverly, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So in order to upgrade, because I'm on the old point system, I have to use all my old points or I lose them.
No.
Right?
No. I'm glad you asked that question. No, when you upgrade, your points remain intact and those points will be used up. Chip, correct me if I'm wrong. They're used up on the gifts that you send?
Yes, they're used up on the gifts. They basically look at what would be the best deal for you, I believe, because they will use them on some group sends as well, you know, but not if you have the system package. So they've kind of figured it out, but I don't know how many points you have, but yeah, you know, they will be used on gifts. So it might give you the excuse, well, I'm going to send some brownies when I normally wouldn't have, because they're kind of paid for already. So yeah, gifts for sure. But they're also used, I believe, on some system sends as well.
Bonnie, so are you still on the point subscription, or have you stopped that?
I stopped that, so no more points.
Okay.
And I'm good with that. I don't want any more points.
Oh, okay. Bonnie, Beverly, I meant. So Beverly, are you still on a subscription?
Yeah.
I would. And how many points do you have?
Honestly, I have no idea, but it's a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
So go on the basic plan. Just go on the basic plan and use up your points. It's not going to do you any good to continue to accumulate more points if you have a ton of points right now. You know, I've told my customers that have been on points, and one of them, he had over 1,300 points. And I said, okay, Andy, I wrote his name down just now because we had a call last week and he was going to use those up on sending out some gifts, picking, you know, like your top 50 and sending gifts to the, you know, sending a 2-pack of brownies to your top 50 people that are top of mind with you, just to say hello, get them through this time. If you have a lot of points, that's what I would suggest. Go on the basic plan. That's okay, Patty. Thanks for being here. Go on the basic plan right now. You won't lose anything. You're a legacy account. And then just continue to send cards and gifts as you're sending them. And then when you get down, when you use up those points, then we'll have that conversation about what's the best program for me to be on.
Okay. And then one other question that I have is, my initial affiliate person that signed me up is no longer with Send Out Cards. And I have absolutely no idea who my current one is. I haven't heard anything from her. I see her name come in there. He gave me, you know, her name and contact information and whatnot, but I don't have any clue. She's not in my area. I have no clue who she is.
But you're here with us today.
Right.
We're your people.
Right. So I can't change that, right?
No, just you have an upline. So, you know, just continue to be where you're at right now. And now, you know, how did you find out about this call today?
Because I follow you.
Okay.
And my initial person had connected me with you. So.
Okay. So here we are. And if you have questions, you can always contact customer support. Use the little pink help. You know, if it's a quick question that you need to ask, just ask it through the little help chat button, online chat, 801-463-3800. I have that memorized. If I need help, I will call in. Greg Byers, our CEO, just put out, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe a few days ago, actually, of the hold time, and the response time is under 3 minutes to be able to get your help through customer support. So they're there, they're our support. Beverly, are we friends on Facebook?
We are.
Awesome. So what's your last name? I gotta make sure I gotta find you.
Sinclair
Sinclair. And where do you live?
in Oregon.
In Oregon. Okay. I have a lot of friends in Oregon. So
I'm an orphan too.
yeah.
I jumped on with Gail because I'm also new at real estate. I've done sender cards for a long time, but I'm new at real estate. I've always seen everything she does, so I've been jumping on, and I think everybody at Sender Cards is welcoming to anybody. So thank you for welcoming me, and welcome aboard as an orphan, Beverly.
That's right. You know, my sponsor quit. Guess what? That put me next in line to Jordan Adler. It's not a bad place to be. So, but you know what? Even before Jordan and I were friends, I was listening, just like you listened to me. Hopefully I give you good, solid information that will help you grow. But Linda Leisman, I think you and I were connected because you said, I don't have a sponsor anymore. No. We're all here to help one another.
Yep.
One more thing, Beverly, if you have a lot of points, the points expire after 18 months. So start using them, because and it'll use the oldest ones first, because you don't want to lose any points.
Perfect. Are there any other, we've gone a little over an hour. Is there any other specific questions that you have before we jump off? Linda, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm confused. I was doing really, really good when I came back into real estate a couple of years ago using this, and I had my best year ever last year because of that. And that's all I can contribute it to. But then I got so busy last year that I didn't take the time to do my cards. So Send Out Cards put me on the $17 plan, and then I paid the $3.95. But my goal is to use this like I used it in 2018. I mean, all my business was past clients and referrals from them. So I have plans to do like campaigns to new buyers, new sellers. When does that $3.95 get used up? I'm not sure really what the system sends and the campaigns are, and does that make sense?
Yeah, so whenever you purchase the system package, you have a year from that date to use up those 300 system sends.
Okay.
Okay, so that could be to maybe your past clients. Maybe you want to just put all your past clients in a group right now and create a fun word search card like I did and send it out to 100 people and say, hey, during this time of self-quarantine, know that I'm thinking about you. Text me with the first word that you find in the word search. That is the best way to utilize those group sends, is with people that you already know, right? Especially right now. Think about it.
So it's just 300. It's just 300 cards that I'm sending out.
Yeah, and you're going to pay for postage on those. So if you do a group send of 100 cards, it's going to cost you $55 in postage if it's here in the United States.
That's fine.
So and then do what, maybe listen to what Janet suggested is, get on that 97 and just start sending those heartfelt cards. Go to your past clients over. Okay. The last year was your best year. Go find those people and start loving on them, sending them cards.
Well, I was surprised when they told me to go from the 97 to the 17.
Well, they probably looked at your card sending history maybe over the last couple months, and if you were not sending 47 cards like Chip suggested, they probably looked at your history and said, well, based on what we see here, 17 is going to be where you should be. Okay. That doesn't mean you have to stay there. If you want to commit to sending those you know, 3 to 5 heartfelt cards every single day, you better be on that 97 because it's going to save you money.
Okay, so I can just go into my account and click on the 97 today, and it'll put me right back on there.
Yep.
Good. That's what I needed to know.
Perfect.
So I can do some math with you guys too. And I know, Gail, you cracked me up with your math because I watched one of your little videos and you said, I said an average of like 5.6 cards a day. You cracked me up. But if people just, even in this next month we have, and that's what I think is going to last, 5 cards a day times 5 days a week, you know, that's 100 cards this month. And so if you add it up for the US stamps, that makes it only 42 cents a card because it also includes your 55-cent stamp. So if you commit to sending 100 cards for this 1 month for the $97, you're going to reach out to 100 people, and then you can go back to the 17 or choose to stay on it.
Okay.
So I plan on having a lot of fun with this month.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thanks, Janet. I'm really not an analytical person until I get into card math. Oh, and Chip, send me that. I think I have the spreadsheet somewhere, but if you,
I already sent it.
okay,
I have one for Canada too, but I have to update it. But the one I sent you is for the US.
okay,
Can we all get that?
yeah,
And we'll send it out.
mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you.
So does everybody belong to Realtors Business by Referral with Send Out Cards group?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm going to post it. Probably not going to post that on my personal profile, which some of you, I've been going kind of back and forth because I can hit people on my personal profile that are interested in this information, but that's primarily where I post that stuff. So it'll be over there in the Real Estate Business by Referral with Send Out Cards group. Okay.
You can add it to the file section so people can.
Yep. I will certainly do that. All right. Well, Steve's standing over here. You need my help? He just didn't want to be walking in behind us. But I think I'm going to go out and get some fresh air today. I encourage you all to breathe some fresh air in. And
Going out for a social distance walk with my husband.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. If you need something, you know where to find me. Just message me on Facebook. And if I can help, I will. Happy to be a part of this group and send out cards for the past 13 years. So let's continue to lift up people in our surroundings. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay home.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.